Hello, everybody. I am Eve, the empath, your spiritual transformational specialist, and I'm coming in with a message hot and ready today. So it's Moon Day, and I'm all excited about this new phase that's coming in. We getting a full moon in, right? And I'm in the mirror getting ready for my day, setting the tone for my day, and I'm just jamming out. So I decided to make me a new playlist because, you know, a good playlist helps you stay in that frequency of whatever energy you're trying to attract. And I stumble upon Monica. Now, Monica is my girl. Me and her used to jam back in the day. We've been kicking it for a long time. Y'all know Monica. So I pull up her album, Mirror, and I'm all excited because I'm like, shit, I'm in the mirror. I'm getting ready. Let's do this mirror work while listening to Monica. And I didn't stop the songs after her. So I played her next song, which is Here I Am. And y'all, when I tell you, triggered. I was triggered. Now, I got a message at the end, but I'm going to tell y'all a little backstory. So y'all know I was dealing with a something a few years ago, and this something really had a hold on my heart. When I tell you a hold, y'all, I'm talking about a strong hold. And it would be so many times when Spirit was like, you need to leave, you need to let go, you need to leave, you need to let go, because we really did not align in a lot of areas. He is a poly guy and I am a mono girl. For those who don't know, he likes multiple and I like singular. It's common. I grew up Christian. That's kind of how my mindset is. One person at a time. Not to say that I've never been in a situation that was outside of that, but in this particular time in my life and in that time, I was dealing with one person, him, but he wasn't dealing with one. Long story short, I was listening to Monica and she had this song called Here I Am. And she was talking about how her man was cheating and she was ready to leave. And she calls on this other person to like fill the void for her. And tears start streaming down my eyes, like tears, because instantly I went back to a time when my dude was really cutting up. You know, cutting up is what it is, right? But I didn't want to let go. I didn't want to disengage from this person. I just wanted to keep holding on. And I thought if I could love him harder, love him smarter, give him more, that he would just see this value that I had. And then all of a sudden just stop being out in them streets. But y'all, that didn't work. So I started to allow other things in our relationship just to try to keep him where I needed him to be, which was with me. But all that did was just make me feel even more disempowered, even more lonely, even more sad. And even though there were a lot of times that were good, because let me tell you, we think that bad relationships are bad all the time. No, toxic relationships ain't toxic all the time, because who would stay in that? They got highs. And when they have those highs, they're really high. And then they got lows. And when those lows hit, you feel so devastated. You can't think about anything else, like, how did I get here? This is unbearable. All of those thoughts are going in the back of your mind, and all you're trying to do is find peace and convince this person that you need to be with me. At least that was my story. And if you can relate, drop a comment that you can relate. So I'm in this space with this guy and he's just not loving me. He don't love me no more. Maybe he never did. But whatever the case is, he just wasn't fooling with me the way I wanted him to. So I hear this song and all of these thoughts, and that's how it always comes in. Thoughts of unworthiness, unlovable. They started to flood back when I heard the song. That's how powerful music is. Music will make you remember times that you thought you forget, right? Music will draw you in and pull in things that you forgot were deep down inside. And this is full moon coming in. It's time to release. So Spirit is like, hey. So Spirit was like, it's time for you to release this shit. It's been hanging around. It's been in the background of your mind. You don't even remember it. You don't remember that you held space for not being lovable, that you held space for not feeling worthy, that you held space for trying to prove yourself to somebody else. Why? And I was like, okay. Now, y'all, this video gonna be a little raggedy, but that's okay. Y'all get it. We just get the message, okay? Get the message. Now, do I feel that way about myself now? No, I don't. But sometimes we have unresolved trauma, and that unresolved trauma will show up in different areas. Now, y'all know I am manifesting love, which I have in my life. But to be a good partner means that I can't bring that old stuff to this new stuff. You can't do that. You can't bring old thought patterns and old programming to a new situation that's elevated, because that's like winning the lottery with a ghetto mindset, and you're going to go your ass right back to the ghetto. You can't do that. That will take you right back to the thing that broke you. And it's not the person, it's the energy or the vibration or the frequency that you are in. So Spirit gave me a beautiful opportunity to heal that. A lot of times we feel like we're unworthy because we partner up with people who have low value. And a lot of times we have low value. Let me reframe that. A lot of times we think we have low value, and them too, because they haven't found their inherent value. It's inside of all of us. No matter all of the things that you do, the choices that you've made, you are not the choices that you made. They're just an experience that you had at that time. That's what forgiveness teaches us, that I can have an experience. I can make a choice and have an experience. And sometimes that choice leads me to things that I do not like. Sometimes those choices have consequences that I do not like. You ever been with somebody and you treat them bad and they leave you? I don't think I have either, but that's somebody's story. It's just not mine. However, I have been on the other end where I have loved somebody. Now, loving somebody isn't possession, and that's kind of what I did. I had a possessive spirit because I was afraid to lose my partners, which is why you tolerate so many things. Like sometimes we tolerate things because we really don't know. So what Spirit said to me today, and this is the best part of this story, after I let the tears come down, after I felt the emotion, and I had to reaffirm myself about worthiness, about love, about joy, about where we are. And I started talking to that version of me and letting her know, hey, baby, we're good. If you only could see where we are now, so that she has hope. So that version of me has hope to understand that it gets better, and it does. Single and all, it gets better. I have more peace in my life than I have in my entirety, except for when I was a child. And that's because I didn't learn fundamentals about what love really is and how to care and love for myself. And that's what my message was. Spirit said, can't nobody give you what they don't have. They can't give it to you because they don't have it. If you were left a will by a rich uncle, and that rich uncle you never met, and you had no clue that you were left this inheritance, you would have the inheritance, but you wouldn't be aware of the inheritance. So you couldn't utilize it. It wouldn't be there for you to spend until you became aware of its value, until you became aware of it at all. So if a person is not loving you appropriately, if a person is giving you breadcrumbs, it's because that's all they have. They can't run up a tab with money that they don't utilize, that they don't have. So keep that in mind and know that you are worthy, that you are perfectly created as you are. And your value isn't determined by other people and the world's standards. However, it is important for you to recognize your inherent value. Thank you guys. Have an amazing Moon Day. Happy releasing.